Hello, everyone. It's Jamie Wins. My informative speech is going to be about breast cancer, just making people aware of breast cancer and who can get breast cancer, how it's treated, and so forth. I'm going to start by breast cancer is where someone develops a lump or a mass in their breast. It's common in mostly women, but men can get it. Usually, if a male gets breast cancer, it's usually misdiagnosed or it's undertreated. Cancer develops when cells in the breast mutate and grow out of control, forming a tumor. About 80% are ductal carcinoma, which begins in milk duds. About 10% is lobular carcinoma, which develops in a lymph node or something like that. Increased risk for breast cancer if you're obese, you live a very laid back lifestyle, or if it runs in your family, mom, sister, aunt, and then it's very important to get checked for breast cancer. Um, Risk for developing breast cancer increases with your age in women. The average age of women diagnosed with breast cancer is 62. The average age for death of people who diagnosed with breast cancer is 68. You can be tested through lab tests. You can also have an ultrasound. You can have a mammogram. Mammograms are encouraged by women after they turn 40. It's just a machine that goes and takes images of the breast to look for lumps or any kind of mass or anything. Treatment for breast cancer, you want to do chemotherapy. They can also remove the breast to make sure that those cells are removed and it don't grow back. 9 times out of 10, if you go in and have one mastectomy, most people get the second breast removed just because they don't want to risk breast cancer being metastasized, which means it flows through your lymph nodes and throughout your body to other parts of your body. If that happens, it's called metastasized breast cancer, which is very common. I've known of people who developed breast cancer and later they had the breast removed and later, they developed liver cancer or stomach cancer just because that piece of cancer broke off, attached somewhere else, and grew there, which is very common. Most people will do chemotherapy for treatment. That's where they go in and they give you very, very high doses of drugs to help shrink the tumor, or it can, it like stalls the growth. Chemotherapy is very hard on the body. Most people develop where they can't taste anything, or they don't have an appetite, or the drug can make you really sick. Most people are prescribed nauseated medicine to keep them to keep things on their stomach. Another thing about breast cancer is it runs in your family. If Most of the time, if your mom has breast cancer, they encourage the daughters or the sons to be checked earlier than age 40 with a history of it. You usually check if your mom, say, was diagnosed at 41, you want to check at least 2 years before you're diagnosed. That way, if you are developing breast cancer, they can go in and see it. Also, women, once a month, when you have a menstrual cycle, your body changes because of hormones. So it's best to go in and do what they call a self test, where you kind of raise your arm and you kind of feel on your breast. Most people do it in the shower or while you're laying down to feel any abnormalities in your breast. If you notice something that is an abnormality, you need to report it to your OB or your family doctor immediately so they can go in and find out what's going on. Like I said, you can get the mammogram, or they can do lab tests. A CA-125 is a cancer test that detects tumors. They can also do an ultrasound to look and see if that tumor is benign or if it's moved on to another place in the body. Most of the time, lymph nodes is where it's going to be, or the milk ducts in a woman. Also, you want to encourage your family members and tell everybody to please go and get tested, because if cancer is in your family, any kind of cancer, not only breast cancer, any kind of cancer, you want to make sure you encourage everybody that you come in contact with to go and get screened if you know they're of age and they have, like I said, a laid back lifestyle, or either they're a heavy drinker or they're obese. You want to really make them go and and try to encourage them to get checked for cancer and make sure that they're healthy, they're eating good, and they're not consuming a lot of alcohol. Um, and like I said, we just want to inform everyone on the importance of getting checked for breast cancer, what breast cancer looks like. If you know somebody who may be having symptoms of breast cancer, tell them to please go out and get checked. And we want to keep everybody informed, keep everybody safe, because with the pandemic, that's just going to add to any other health issues. If you're already having a health issue and if it's going to make you more at risk for COVID, you want to make sure you get the little things taken care of. Thanks, you guys, for listening. Have a good day.